Alright guys, welcome back. So IGN have just revealed some more details and actually some first footage of the Walking Dead Survival Instinct. And what's exciting about developer Terminal Reality's The Walking Dead Survival Instinct is that there are some same kind of similarities that are really exciting between Telltale Games' The Walking Dead and also Terminal Reality's The Walking Dead. And that is the kind of choice and consequences. As you make your way through kind of infested towns and across lonesome highways, you're going to come across survivors and kind of problems in the road really. And based on the car you're in, you won't be able to pick up every survivor that you meet, and you need to kind of decide who lives and dies basically. And once you pick a path for your group to go, there is no going back. And while you and I will you'll most likely end up at the same ending, if not kind of the same ending, our paths to the kind of final credits could be very different, and that's what's exciting about this new Walking Dead game actually. So if you're a bit confused, the Walking Dead the game, that is based off the comics and is out right now as a downloadable title and also as a standalone disc, and it's made by Telltale Games, and it won several awards including Game of the Year awards at one gaming awards ceremony, and lots of other awards that it managed to pick up along the way as well. And meanwhile, the Walking Dead Survival Instinct is a first-person shooter coming next year in 2013, and whereas the adventure game was based on the comics, the first-person shooter is based on the TV show. And clearly, judging by the success of The Walking Dead the game, Survival Instinct has its work cut out for itself basically. And the story casts us as Daryl Dixon, the crossbow-packing badass from The Walking Dead, played by the one and only Norman Reedus, and his story is set around the start of the outbreak, the time when Rick Grimes is actually in his coma, alongside his racist and rowdy brother Merle Dixon, who is played by his TV show counterpart Michael Rooker, who, as some of you may know, he was in Black Ops 2, yes. And Daryl roams around Georgia looking for just his last days really, and of course silently stabbing walkers in the head while he goes along basically. And that's the thing actually, the Walking Dead Survival Instinct doesn't play anything like Call of Duty, and a concern that basically the whole community had voiced when Activision had actually announced that it was publishing the game. People feared that it was going to be kind of a really kind of shoot 'em up first person shooter. And watching the hands-on demo that we're seeing right now, the running and gunning was basically nearly non-existent until the town where Daryl and Merle were in, literally where it was basically exploding thanks to a fireworks distraction that the boys actually rigged. And Survival Instinct is about just, well, surviving. You need to peek around dumpsters to see what's coming up against you, hurl glass bottles you've collected to distract the herds, and keep running to a minimum so you don't have to kind of... Yes, there is some shooting and stabbing, and we even get to find out how Daryl actually comes across his trademark crossbow, but Terminal Reality is saying to bring a kind of new rules of the show to the game really, that just say 3 walkers should scare you. But again, it's not the stealth stabs to walker heads or the fact that biters are attracted to your gunfire that's exciting in the Walking Dead Survival Instinct. As you come across people in need of help, people that could become fellow group members, you start taking inventory of your squad, and once you get someone in your group, you can send them out on missions while you tackle kind of FPS missions at hand. So before you leave camp for your level, you can assign a person kind of to run out and get gas, but do you want to give him or her a weapon from your inventory or a sports drink, which are classed as health in the game? And there's no guarantee that this person will actually come back and these supplies will make it back with them, or whether you've just sacrificed one of your own on a trip to the unknown and you don't get the person or the supplies back really. And it's the idea that while you were travelling along, would that survivor you left back in another town, would he have been better at providing for the group rather than the person you just sent out to go get the gas really? Missions are split into 2 groups: waypoint missions where the group have to pick if they're going to go to point A or point B, let's say a sheriff's station or a camp, and road events such as clearing a congested highway or wasting the gas to go the long way around the obstruction really. So it's kind of, you have to decide what to do. Do you want to spend your time just clearing a highway, which in turn could end up with you being attacked by walkers, or do you want to kind of waste that precious gas in taking the long way round? And the idea is that you could run out of gas on the highway and then the game ends while giving you a chance to restart from a checkpoint, and scavenging and putting yourself kind of forever at risk are kind of keys to surviving. And all of that is cool, but we won't really know how it all comes together until Terminal Reality and Activision kind of give developers kind of a chance to play the game really. And right now I'm really into what they're saying actually, but seeing the game in action, the levels itself, they did seem a bit linear, and obviously obviously the graphics weren't really up to the standards of today's kind of graphics, the games we've been seeing lately, but just as long as there's kind of awesome gameplay, hopefully some like reminiscent of Left 4 Dead 1 maybe, some awesome dialogue by probably the two coolest characters in The Walking Dead, I'll be more than happy, and the graphics won't really matter. So if it managed to live up to the great gameplay that they've been kind of explaining here, then the graphics, they can just be pushed aside, they can. And granted, this game isn't coming out until next year sometime, and obviously the game didn't look too stellar overall, but it's kind of totally serviceable, and it's an easy fix hopefully for the game. So hopefully this is an early version of the game, and the graphics in the final game are going to be a lot better. That's what we're really hoping for. But again, graphics aren't the main issue. Just as long as they get the good gameplay, I'll be more than happy. Still, The Walking Dead is more than just pretty visuals, really. Redus and Rocker both sound great in the video. Multiple paths sound like a really interesting thing, and the consequences also make it a lot more exciting. So look for more updates on my channel on The Walking Dead Survival Instinct as we kind of get closer to whenever the hell it's coming out in 2013, because I haven't really even given a hint yet on when it's coming out, so yes. If you enjoyed this video, guys, leave a comment down below. And what do you think about the gameplay so far? Are you more for the graphics or more for the gameplay, really? And yes, if you liked this video, remember to leave a like and favourite. And yes, thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.